Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. If you're new here, hello, my name is Michaela, and in today's video I'm going to be doing another makeover DIY project for my home. If you guys missed my last video, I basically refurbished and redid a dresser from IKEA that I found off Facebook Marketplace for our bedroom. It's still downstairs actually. I've yet to bring it upstairs because it's not super heavy, but I mean it's heavy. And my husband thinks him and I can bring it up. I do not think I can, so I'm just waiting till we can get extra hands to bring it up here, but it is done. I love it so much. I will leave that linked if you guys want to see how I did all that. In today's video, we are going to continue on with another makeover project, and we're doing another bedroom project. And as you guys can see, I'm kind of sitting on my bed because it has to do with my bed. In today's video, I am going to be making a headboard. I don't have one. I don't have anything in this bedroom, to be honest, because we did get rid of our ginormous bedroom 5-piece set. So I just got a bed frame in yesterday from Amazon. It's just a simple metal bed frame. It's really nice actually. It can adjust from a full to a king, so that we eventually if Dig and I want to get a bigger bed, because right now we have a queen, we can still use this bed frame, which was kind of like the main reason why I bought it. Now that I have the bed frame and I know kind of how high our bed sits, I really want to make a headboard for it. I really want to do like an upholstered fabric kind of linen type of vibe, and last night I was really playing around with what kind of headboard I wanted to do. I really at first wanted to do just like kind of just like a simple one that goes across with 2 wood planks, which I might still do, but if you guys aren't familiar with DIY Dahlia on YouTube, she has a homemade happy series that I love watching. I love her style and just like the vibe of her videos and how she makes stuff. It's so inspiring to for me to want to make stuff for my home out of scratch. I love that whole series. And she made a really beautiful headboard for her bed, and how she made it was really cool because it went basically from the ground up, and then it was like 2 pieces and they kind of met in the middle, so they're kind of like upside down L shapes. And I really wanted to make that, and so I measured it out for our bed, and then I realized that she has a bed frame that kind of lips around the mattress, so the headboard was actually able to rest on the bed frame, and I don't have that, so now I'm kind of having to reevaluate how I want to make this headboard. I could still make that, and I could just add, I guess, maybe like beams or something to kind of hold it up, because I figured if they touch and there's nothing like resting them up, they might fall if they're too heavy. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking about. So I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this now? I still kind of got to play around and kind of figure out some stuff, but I'm hoping to get to Home Depot today to get the supplies for it, all that kind of stuff. And then I think while I'm out, I'm also gonna get some spray paint for the knobs with my dresser, because if you guys know, I didn't finish the knobs because I was kind of debating if I wanted to do a bronze or a black for it. And I think I decided on what color I wanted. So I'll probably grab that while we're out at Home Depot. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this project started. I think I'm gonna try and just figure out what kind of headboard I want, and maybe try and take a pencil and draw it on the wall a little bit and get measurements, and then take that to Home Depot, and hopefully somebody can help me and cut the wood. I think they can cut the wood for you there. So yeah, I'm really excited. So let's get started. Okay, so I just got to Home Depot after spending hours staring at the wall in my bedroom and measuring. I have a major issue with analysis paralysis, and sometimes I just overanalyze things and then I just get even more confused and frustrated, and that's what I was feeling. So I needed to get out of the house and I think just come to Home Depot and look and see what products they have. I brought my measurements and everything, so I don't know if I'm going to get everything. I might come back later today with Dagan because sometimes I just need a second set of eyes to make sure I have measurements correctly, but I'm going to get most of the stuff and the materials to make things. And then I have to run over to Target just to get some other stuff. But I think I'm just gonna go in there and see what they have, because my idea is I want to do, like, I want to frame it with wood panels, and then I want to put like particle board on the back for boarding, and then put like batten and stuff on top to add some cushion. So I think I'll buy the particle boards because I saw some online that are the exact size of what I need. I need basically 4 2x4 particle boards feet. And then I just need to do the measurements of the wood paneling, but my brain was just mush. So, and I'm worried I don't want to buy the wood panels and then have them cut them wrong. So I think I'm just gonna come back with Dagan and he can just like affirm that I do have the right measurements. And I can also get the spray paint for the knobs while I'm here. So I'm gonna go in there and see what they have. Okay, I am back home now. I almost got everything I needed. I didn't end up, did I say this already? I didn't end up getting the wood to go around those things just because I just need Dagan to come with me. So I called him and we're gonna go back to Home Depot later today because he's got a 24-hour shift he has to work on tomorrow. So that'll be nice and it'll give me something to do while he's at work for 24 hours. I got these, it's called Headboard, I think is what it is. It was like the cheapest thing there at Home Depot. So I got 4 of them. So I think what I'm gonna do is lay them up against the wall just to kind of see how big it's gonna be. I have pencil markings all over my wall right now. And then we're gonna go back to Home Depot and get the wood. I think I'm just gonna get little like 1x3 or like little like square dowels or something to line it. That way it can, like the board can actually sit up and like sit flat against the wall is what I'm thinking. Oh, and then maybe we'll run to Hobby Lobby too because I need to get foam. I want to put foam on this hardboard as well, so that there's some padding so that we're not just like leaning against something hard. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna bring the rest of these little boards up and set them up and kind of see how this is gonna look and start envisioning the process. What do we think? Okay, so this is kind of a rough look at what it's gonna look like. I love that it's coming to the floor and then up. It's kind of more that contemporary vibe. This is pretty much how far it'll stick out. And then if we ever get a king, I think it'll go out maybe a foot on each side. So there'll still be some kind of sticking out on the side. I think I like it. It's like a statement piece. It's big, but I don't want like a lot of like stuff going on in my room. So I think having a big statement piece like that will kind of almost give the feeling that it's like filling up the room more rather than having a tiny little headboard behind it, if that makes sense. So it's more of like a statement piece for the room. So I think it's gonna be good, I hope. So it is a couple hours later. I am running back to Home Depot. Dagan got caught up at work, so I'm gonna go back by myself, which now I feel just silly that I just should have gotten everything while I was there, but I don't know if anyone else is like this. I get really intimidated sometimes going to Home Depot because I'm just like not familiar with a lot of handy type of stuff, and I feel like whenever, especially I'm in the lumber section, there was always like a bunch of dudes around and contractors who were like trying to actually do important work and like get lumber to like build houses and stuff, and I'm over here like trying to do a DIY project, and it's like I don't know anything. They're like getting important stuff and I'm over here like what's a 2x4? You know, so I just get really intimidated. I have my measurements though. I'm gonna go and get that stuff. I gotta go to Hobby Lobby too to get some batting and foam. Hopefully they have what I need there. Good morning, you guys. So it is the next day and I'm about ready to get started on the headboard. I went and got all the supplies last night and I am ready to go. I think before I do anything like permanent, I'm gonna lay everything out, lay the planks of wood on the hardboard, make sure everything fits correctly or kind of fits correctly. I'm not like an exact measurement person, which I know is probably not the best for these kind of DIYs, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. Hopefully everything will fit close. I'm just gonna measure everything out, make sure everything fits, and then we'll get to putting everything together. I'm currently in my kitchen right now. I don't ever film from this angle, so with the light and everything too, it looks like I'm being interrogated. But I'm just in my kitchen and this is like the most open floor area. So I think I'm gonna lay the hardboard down on this floor and then glue everything down and just let it like dry in here. And then I think while that's drying, I'm gonna go out and paint the knobs for my dresser so that way I can kind of multitask and get things started. So I'm gonna finish my coffee real quick and then we are gonna kick it in gear. These are the pieces of wood that I'm going to be using to frame the hardboards. These were just, I believe, 1x2. They're super small. I was originally going to use 2x4s, but I just felt like they were too big and I didn't want the headboard to be super heavy, and these were also really cheap. These were like less than $2 a piece. So I bought 7 of them. So for each hardboard, I'm going to frame it with 2 4-foot pieces of wood. And then these ones I believe are 20 inches. So hopefully I did the correct measurements and these will frame out correctly and hopefully they fit. Why am I so nervous? I don't do these kind of things, so this is all very new to me.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see.
So I definitely measured this incorrectly, but it's not the end of the world. I can still make it work. It's just the center pieces. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a little bit of a gap in between. I must have measured that incorrectly by like an inch or 2. Maybe I was measuring with a 1x3 instead of a 1x2. I'm actually not worried about this too much because I'm gonna glue these to the hardboard. I'm not like nailing them together to the pieces of wood. So I think it'll be fine. I just need to make sure that they're like at the edge because then when I go to fold over like the batting and whatnot, I'm gonna staple it to the wood. So I think it'll be fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake.
Okay guys, so yes, I have a beanie on right now because I was spray painting the knobs outside, which I didn't even think about it. I probably should have waited till a bit of a warmer day to spray paint them because it's so cold. It's just taking a long time for them to dry. I might bring them inside once they kind of dry a little bit just so they can fully dry. The pieces of wood are glued down on the board. I'm gonna give these, maybe let them sit for like another hour or so. That way they're like secure on there. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna make some chicken noodle soup. Dagon's on a 24-hour shift right now, so he'll come home for dinner later tonight, and since it's so cold outside, it just kind of sounds good, and that way he can have something warm and yummy to eat. So I'm gonna put that all in the slow cooker and just like slow cook it so that it's really nice and rich and yummy when that's done. And then once these panels dry, we will get on to adding the foam and the batten and all that and the fun stuff and really start to see it come to life. Okay, so I'm in my living room and I'm about ready to put some foam on these boards so that I can start lining them, putting like batten on them and everything. I have this mattress foam that I bought from Walmart last night because you can get like foam, or like I think it's called polyfoam, at Hobby Lobby, which is our craft store in my town. However, the polyfoam that they were selling at the store was like, I think like $30 or $40 just for like, I think less than this. It was very expensive. So I was like, let me just go to Walmart, buy a couple like super cheap foam mattresses, and then just cut these up because I've seen tons of people do the same thing and they seem to work really great. And then I bought a Gorilla Glue adhesive spray. So I'll probably take them outside, spray them, put the foam on, and then bring them back in here to dry. You guys, my back hurts so bad just from like bending over and picking up stuff. Trying to do this. Oh my gosh, I feel like such an old lady. I have all the foam glued onto the hardboard. So now I'm trying to put the batting on. As you can see, I did my first outline. Sorry, my hand is like shot right now. I don't know if you could, the camera will pick this up, but my thumb hurts so bad. I'm definitely gonna have like a callus there. Oh, I think one is already forming from cutting all of the foam and now the batting because I need better scissors. Anyways, I had the batting down on my first board. So I have a staple gun, which I've never used a staple gun before. So we'll see how this works. But all the tutorials that I watch, they use a staple gun for this part. So I'm gonna flip over the batting, staple it onto the pieces of wood on the back, do that with all 4 pieces. And then, honestly, what time is it right now? It's kind of getting late, to be honest. So it's 5 o'clock. So I think after I put the batting on, I might pause this and pick it back up tomorrow because it's a lot. And I'm also making dinner, so I need to stop and, finish making dinner. It's actually pretty easy compared to what I thought it would be. Like, it's just a lot of steps, but they're just very easy. You just gotta, take time to let things dry in between each step.
In the wildest dream, I'd see you again. Never dreamed about nothing else other than you. I always thought I'd be waiting in vain, but suddenly there you were. Never thought it'd be easy to feel you in my arms, but now we're here and I'm all in, and I wanna buy you, 'cause I can stay till the morning, or stay till the dawn, but just hold me now. I wanna be so much better whenever you're around. I wanna say something clever to get in your mind, 'cause right now we're not together, and I lose my way then. Oh, I feel so much better whenever you're around, whenever you're around. Yeah, yeah, whenever you're around.
Something about this morning, my coffee just tastes so much better. Good morning, you guys. It's the next morning and it is so gloomy and overcast outside. It's kind of cozy. I like it. I also just want to start off by saying I am so sore this morning. My legs are so sore. It must have been from like picking up all the weights and bending over and just moving around a lot in positions that clearly I don't usually move around in, but both my entire legs are just super sore. My back is feeling a little bit better, which is good. I guess I got a really good workout in yesterday, so that's cool. I'm gonna pick up where I left off, which is pretty much one more step and then I'm done. I just need to put the canvas on, which will be the top fabric layer, I guess you would say. So I just need to measure that out, cut it, and staple it to the boards, and then that's pretty much it. I'm kind of gotta be a little quiet this morning just because Dagan worked a 24-hour shift, so he's upstairs sleeping. He just got back a couple hours ago. Either later today or tomorrow I'll put them upstairs and stage it for you guys so you can see how the finished look, looks and everything. It's not gonna like 100% complete though as far as like the bed in and of itself, just because I want to get a new duvet cover, I want to get a new comforter in general. So I haven't ordered that yet, so you won't like see the finished look of the entire bed, but you'll get the idea of what the headboard's gonna look like. The finished product will look different because right now we just have like we have an old comforter and then kind of like a white fuzzy blanket over that, but I want to get like a different color duvet and everything. But right now that's kind of just serving the purpose for what we need. I'm excited to get this done. I kind of was just like playing around with it last night and I really like how it's coming out and I'm very proud of myself. I've never done anything like this and it's coming together, so hopefully it'll look how I envision it in my brain. Sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes people are so good at envisioning things of what they're gonna look like and they can see it so clearly, but sometimes I can kind of do that, but sometimes I kind of like struggle with like seeing it clearly. I kind of can get an idea, which then makes it hard for me to kind of decide what I like want to do as far as like projects, because I'm like, is that really what it's gonna look like? Or sometimes I think it'll look another way, and then once I actually do it, I'm like, that did not turn out how I thought it would be in my head. So now if it could only snow outside, that would be amazing. I don't know if Texas will get another snow this year like it did last year. But I can't believe it snowed. I think it was twice last year it snowed. That was insane. Lots of craziness in this state since it doesn't usually get snow, but it was pretty cool to experience. All right, let's finish up this project. I don't remember if I showed you guys this. This is what I'm going to be using for the top cover as like the fabric. This is actually just a canvas drop cloth that generally you would use to put down if you're gonna paint something. But when I was in the store getting all my supplies, I saw this and I just thought it was a way better alternative than buying linen fabric, just because the linen is extremely expensive. They wanted to charge at Hobby Lobby like almost $20 a yard, I think. So it was gonna add up a lot. And this was less than 30. So I figured why not cut corners and save where you can. And it's pretty much the color that I wanted. I wanted a very light, neutral color. I didn't want anything super crazy. And if I don't like the color, I can always maybe paint it later on and just like you can add like paint and water it down and paint over it. I've seen people do that with canvas before too. Obviously canvas, yes, you can paint on canvas, duh, Michaela. Anyways, so this is what it is. And actually I'm just gonna go ahead and open it now. I'm hoping this works out though. I'm like, should I wash this first? Oh yeah, this is like a super nice thick. I mean, it's not like super thick, but I mean, it's pretty heavy duty. So I think what I'm gonna do, because this is so big, I'm going to measure out the pieces that I need, and then I think I'll bring my ironing board down and iron out the creases, and then I'll go ahead and staple it on the back. This is a lot of canvas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're still going. Oh, we're still going. Okay.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, I can't believe you love me. I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. I can't believe you love me. I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Where I'd rather be than with.
So it has been a couple of days since I set up the headboard, and I wanted to show you guys what it looks like in daylight, just because when I set it up it was dark, so the lighting wasn't all that great, but I love it so much. So let me flip the camera around so you guys can see what it looks like. So here is what the headboard looks like. You guys, I love it so much. Yes, I did a little bit of staging. Don't mind the little lamp on the ground over there. But I love this headboard so much. I just love how it comes from the ground up. It comes, I think it's about 4 feet tall, and it's just kind of very contemporary vibe, but just very natural and simple, and I just love it so much. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to pick up on camera, and I didn't realize this until after I finished this, but the way that the material like weaves, I guess, I did this one going down and the other three if you guys can kind of see up close, are going this way. So it's not super noticeable, but I didn't even think about it until I had finished everything and put them together. And then I realized that this one, all the grain is going down and then these three are going sideways. But like I said, it's really like, if you're looking at it, you can't even tell, especially on camera, you can't even tell. You guys, I love this headboard so much. It's so simple and minimal, but it makes a statement because it's so large. And I love that it just goes from the ground up and it really just like connects the bed together and just like, I don't know, it just really brings something extra to the bed, but it's not over the top. I think maybe in the future, maybe once we move and get settled in a home, I might consider framing the bed frame with just like a small piece of wood going around it. Maybe, we'll see, but that could be an option. Also, if I ever wanted to kind of change like how it looks a little bit, I could always lay them on the side and just do like two long ways side by side. So that can be an option because they're not connected. So I can kind of play around with it if I ever want to change up the headboard. And then like I said, it is large enough on the side where if we ever get a king size bed, we can still use this. So I'm very pleased with it. I love it so much. It was super simple to make. I'm so proud of myself. I love it so much. It's very clean and fresh. I can't wait to keep just like adding things to my home and making things. I have 2 more big projects that I want to accomplish before we move. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell for notifications so you guys can be aware of when I do post and upload a new video or add a new video to this makeover series. This is definitely kind of turning into a series and I love it. I love being creative and making things. Oh, I love this headboard so much. I love it. I love everything about it. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.